Welcome to the Shaping Portsmouth podcast. Shaping Portsmouth is a collaboration of key Portsmouth businesses, transforming Portsmouth together.
Hello and welcome to the Shaping Portsmouth podcast. You're stuck with Steff today, not Dave. And we've got a very exciting guest, Chris West from Solent Mind.
Hi, Steff.
Hi, Chris. So first off, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, career path, and how you got to doing what you're doing?
Yeah, when somebody asked me about career path now, I realised my age, that I now do have quite a varied CV. I started off in a traditional sales route by doing a marketing education behind working for Cadbury's, and whenever you mention Cadbury's, it brings a smile to people's faces. I worked within the wholesale and convenience market and met many good friends and colleagues that remain colleagues of mine there. I did that for over 20 years. And then in April of 2020, when the world changed a lot, two friends of mine from work and that environment sadly died from COVID. And that caused me to have a real think about what I wanted to do longer term and the impact that I wanted to have with my career. I trained in grief recovery, mental health first aid, because a passion of mine had always been about helping people. I get my energy from being around people.
Yeah.
So my proudest moments always came in corporate world of getting people promoted, knowing that I'd been part of their journey to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
And since leaving there, I ran my own workplace wellbeing workshops. But now I'm delighted to be working with Solent Mind, going in and delivering the full range of courses that we have to organisations, and knowing that the benefit and difference that could make, not just to the individuals, but also to their teams and across the wider organisation. So quite a varied CV.
Yeah, but a well-being theme running through it, because chocolate's great for well-being, I find.
It always, and one of the phrases for Cadbury's was about spreading moments of joy.
Yeah.
And, well, for everybody listening, they can't see, but both of us are smiling now as soon as chocolate is mentioned.
Yeah, definitely. So, very interesting journey there. So, can you tell us a little bit about where you are now and Solent Mind in particular?
Yeah, so lots of people have heard of Mind, but one of the parts that we want to make people more aware of is we are Solent Mind. So as part of Minds, there are 100 different minds across the country. And for Solent Mind, we stretch from the New Forest across to Portsmouth, going up to Winchester and everything in that location there. We have, for the people listening that are in Portsmouth, on our Arundel Street, we have a wellbeing centre, of which we've got 7 of them across our region, which they offer huge support to individuals there. In the last year, 50,000 interventions from people we were able to support, running through individual support and groups. We have an employment team helping people get back into work. But my role is in workplace wellbeing. We go in and deliver courses to companies which range from, most people have heard of mental health first aider courses, suicide first aid courses, but also some different courses which become very right and relevant around coping with anxiety, beating the burnout, winter wellbeing, and really interesting one that we're delivering a lot at the moment is about menopause awareness. And what's been really clever on that is that organisations are actually targeting men to go on it rather than the ladies to go on it.
Yeah, and that's really interesting way of doing things, because obviously you need to provide that support for your partner or whoever is going through it. So, and it's somewhere probably a lack of knowledge around it is bigger in men, isn't it? But the whole perimenopause thing, and that's become a real hot topic at the moment. It's great that it's out there, you know.
Absolutely, and I think you just highlighted something there. It's about these skills are not just for in work.
Yeah.
These skills that people are learning of, like you just highlighted there, it could be somebody's partner, so they have that breadth of knowledge and experience that they're building upon.
Yeah, great stuff. Great. So you mentioned workplace well-being. We've had some chats off air about the 5 ways to well-being,
Yep.
which is that something you're putting forward to companies to undertake in their workplaces, or
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love this model because it's simple to understand. You can grasp hold of it, and everybody can adapt it to themselves, and that's the crucial factor. So the 5 Ways to Wellbeing model was established in 2008 by the New Economics Foundation, and they looked at all of the facets of life, whether that be in work or out of work, about what brings us that well-being, because the word well-being can mean so many different things
Yeah.
to different people, so you have to make it individual. And obviously 5 ways to well-being, there's 5 facets to it. So the first part is about being connected with people, and those relationships through that connection bring a sense of belonging, and that sense of belonging can help develop skills such as resilience through developing those shared experiences, having a support network around you as well. But what's really important is to be really clear on what is your level of connection and what makes it right for yourself. I thrive on being around people. That's where I get my energy from. And I'll mention my brother because he won't mind me saying this. He doesn't need or want to be around people as much as I do. And it's about understanding those different. So really,
I'm with you, brother.
but some of those really simple things where that connection could change is maybe talking to somebody instead of sending an email to them. Speak to somebody new within the business world, and one of the things that Shaping do really well is networking events. But actually, that first step, particularly if you come by yourself to go and talk to somebody new, is quite a big step to do.
Yeah.
But actually, those forms of connection, because next time you go in the room, it's suddenly become a little easier because you know that extra one person. And the other part is take 5 minutes to check in on a friend.
Yeah, really important.
Yeah.
Really important.
We can all, particularly in a work environment, we expect ourselves, our colleagues, to be fully present there. So we should expect that of ourselves and those people when they're outside of the work to go and do that with friends and family. So it's important to take that time. The next aspect is about being active, and this means wholly different things to different people. So being active can lead to us feeling slightly more physically tired, and if we're feeling more physically tired, inevitably we end up with better sleep. And it fuels us for the day. But find something you enjoy.
Yeah.
If you
See, I love cycling. I actually enjoy that. I do quite a lot of gym as well, but God, it's boring. I do it because I have to, or I feel like I have to, and you feel great afterwards. But
it
is dull, just lifting something up and putting it down again and again. What a hobby is that? It's weird, but I do a lot of it. So
see, I'm with you. I don't go to the gym because I view it as a chore.
Yeah.
I understand all of the benefits of it.
Yeah.
But for me to run around chasing a ball on a basketball court or coaching people, that fuels me with energy. It's got the connection element to it as well. But some real simple parts that people can bring into their everyday life is lots of people, if they're driving to the office, they pull up to the office and see the parking spot right by the door and think, result. We all do it, or we've all done it. But actually, if we could flip that around and say, oh, actually, there's a space at the far side of the car park, result. That might be adding in an extra 200 steps for the day. That's it. Doesn't sound a lot, but all of those little small changes, take the stairs rather than the escalator, all of those small changes can add up to quite a lot.
Yeah.
over
But I joke a little bit about things being boring, but it really does help, doesn't it? For me, anyway, I always find that, periods. I've got a very young boy at the moment. He's only 3 months old, and I find the time to exercise is really hard, and I notice the difference in my head.
Yeah.
When you don't exercise, so it's really.
And that's an interesting concept you just picked up on as well, because finding that time, what a lot of people almost have the misconception about is that if they prioritize their own well-being and doing these things, it's selfish to do that. I'm not doing this. But actually, just to highlight in that example there, where it's will hopefully enable you to have better sleep, which enables you to be a better version of yourself.
That's the key for me.
Yeah.
Is it helps with the sleep immensely, because I'm terrible at sleeping otherwise. But you're absolutely knackered from a good session on whatever you're doing, and it really does help. I'm a big advocate for that. I think that's the that's the key one for me.
And then the third element is around taking notice. We live in a world where there's constant stimulation, left, right, centre, and actually being aware and being present and being in the moment is a skill that we need to learn, because we've had so much time with all of these stimuli that actually being aware of what's happening there in the moment really helps. And this builds on a concept called mindfulness. And mindfulness isn't about going and meditating on a rock in the middle of the desert. It's just been about being aware of what's happening and what's around you, living in the past. We come to, I always highlight, and a good time to really highlight this is around September, October time, when we have those changing seasons, and actually noticing that period of time when the leaves are starting to change colour, that the grass is not growing as quickly, the different sounds of the birds, etc. Just being able to be alert and live in the moment. One brilliant example of this that I saw was, I'll go back to a basketball reference here. So when LeBron James became the highest point scorer in the NBA of all time, there's a fantastic shot, and every single person in the crowd has their camera phones out to film it, apart from one person, and that person was Phil Knight, who was the owner of Nike.
Yeah, right.
He was sat in the front row just watching it, taking it all in.
Yeah.
So his memory of that moment would be wholly different to everybody there, because he's lived there in that moment rather than living it through a camera phone.
It is, and I think there's an element of peer pressure with those sorts of things. I was at a concert the other week, and it's like, well, everyone's filming. But I just want to watch.
Yeah.
It's just, but you kind of feel that pressure. Oh, I've got to get content. I've got to, it's real pressure, isn't it? To kind of do these things. But that's an interesting one. That.
Yeah, and that's one that often requires a little bit of work, but actually there's a huge benefits to when that happens. There's the two other elements. So one is about giving, and often people, when it comes to giving, think about that it has to be financial. Can be, but it doesn't have to be, because actually the act of giving, it stimulates the reward areas of the brain, and these then help to create a sense of self-worth and purpose. It can also then help to strengthen relationships. Some silly bits that could be done with that. Random act of kindness. People at work, take some biscuits in for the team for a day. Do the round of coffees for people. But one of the real simple things is just recognising and thanking people.
Yeah.
And as children, we're all brought up to have these manners. But actually giving that thanks and recognising somebody's input can be huge, and it's rewarding for yourself and hugely rewarding for the other people.
It's just really nice. I love it when someone brings in a bunch of donuts or something. It's great. I mean, there's all sorts of jokes about the round of pizzas replacing the wage increases or whatever else. But in all honesty, it's great to do something like that. It just breaks up the day as well. It's.
Absolutely.
Really nice thing to do.
And it stimulates those emotions because most of the time people remember how they feel rather than what was said.
Yeah.
And so it then helps to create thinking of this, in that example there, that round of donuts, that actually what that's then going to do is connect people as well.
Yeah.
So you think about this ways to well-being. You may need to be a little more active afterwards to work off the donut, but we all work in a debit credit society. The other part is giving you time. And actually, giving that time can be so rewarding in so many other ways as well.
Yeah.
And then the final part is about keep learning. And this doesn't have to be educational. It's not saying go back and do another A-level, GCSE, diploma, degree. It's about learning something. So one of those hobbies that you used to do at school, pick it up again. We saw a surge, actually, when, this is going back a long time, when Great British Bake Off came back onto the TV.
Right, yeah.
All these people. So there'd been a sort of skills vacuum of baking at home.
Yeah.
But actually it reignited people into cooking things differently. And
Yeah.
we all know about the banana bread time during...
Yeah, a lot of my mates started painting miniatures again like they did
Oh, really?
when they were
Yeah.
you know, so got back into that nerdy aspect of their teens or whatever it was, but yeah, that's quite a nice one.
Yeah, but there was that, and then Strictly Come Dancing reignited this older generation of people that had potentially done it when they were younger, had families, etc., but then they've gone back to it. But the key with it, find something you enjoy.
Yeah.
Even if it's something that you've heard on TV, on the radio or something, go and just look at it with a bit more purpose to understand it a bit further. So with those 5 elements, they were highlighted as those 5 ways to well-being. And what's important to remember, this is never going to be fixed. So bits will move at different times where you are in life, where you are in the week. If you can focus and be aware of these elements and find something you enjoy, it's going to significantly help to enhance well-being.
Just a quick recap then, what are the 5?
So,
in a quick list.
Connect.
Correct.
Be active. Take notice. Give and keep learning.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. So that's the 5 ways to well-being. It's becoming part of our Shaping Portsmouth's workplace well-being programme. So keep an eye on our website, and I'm sure we'll be chucking out some literature about it. Or we can put you directly in touch with Solent Mind, with Chris, who has agreed to now come on as the programme lead for workplace wellbeing at Shaping Portsmouth.
Yeah, excited about that, Steff. Really am. It's I think there's so much good stuff going on all across Portsmouth, not just from Solent Mind, but from so many other people, and it'd be great to really make everybody aware of all of that good stuff and how it can help.
Yeah, I think it's everyone's much more conscious of it these days, aren't they? The workplace wellbeing. So I think there'll be quite a lot of interest from our friends and partner organisations out there. So yeah, that's great. Congratulations and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
We've kind of touched on a lot of things people can do in their workplace, but the darker side of all of this is the suicide rates in the country. I mean, whichever media outlet you look at, they all say it's the biggest cause of death in whatever group between whatever age, but it certainly is up there as a huge factor in people under 50s deaths, isn't it? So
absolutely. And I mean, to give it some context, it's more than 3 times the number of people die by suicide than they do on the roads each year. And as you highlighted there, it's the 40 to 49-year-old is the highest rate. It's the highest rate in males, and it's the highest rate in females as well. So it's something that we all need to be aware of, and it would be great if we all had the skill set or the confidence to deal with that situation, particularly finding somebody within crisis. And actually, often it's just about having that bit of confidence to be able to talk to somebody there, recognising the signs, helping to signpost if when required. And we deliver the suicide first aid light courses, all designed for exactly as I've highlighted there, to help people become more aware and to help people in that moment of crisis, and then importantly, how to get the support afterwards.
Yeah, and I mean, sadly, I think more and more of us have been affected by this, or at least know someone. There's only a few degrees of separation between you and someone who has taken their own life. So with that, we want to try and make this part of our Shaping Portsmouth's Wellbeing programme. As I said, people are often aware, but it's what to do and how to go about it. So we, in conjunction with yourselves, are offering 20 free suicide first aid courses. What's the date of that again?
So we're excited about this, to be able to deliver it for that skill set. So on the 10th of September of this year, it's National Suicide Awareness Day, and we're really pleased with the Suicide First Aid Light course, which is a half-day course that we have 20 free places for people associated with Shaping Portsmouth, so that we can start to make that difference. And those small movements create huge change in the end.
Great. So we will be giving you all some more information on this, so keep an eye on socials and emails. Like I said, we have 20 spots. I'm sure we'll fill those very quickly. So thanks a lot for that, Chris.
You're very welcome.
So thanks for talking to us today, Chris. Really interesting, and I know there'll be a lot of interest out there in what you've had to say today. It really is something that's coming to the forefront of people's minds. Workplace wellbeing, and certainly the harder topic of suicide we touched on. But we always end these conversations with asking what your favourite place in Portsmouth is, or thing to do, or a shameless plug I think you may have for us as well. So yeah, what is your favourite place in Portsmouth?
So I have two young, well, they're not young anymore. So one's a teenager and one's not far off a teenager. But always as when they were children, and remembering from when I was a child, I still have an excitement when I see the hovercraft come in or leave. I think it brings out that inner child for me, and you don't see hovercrafts many places. So to see that is special. So to come down and walk along the seafront, I really enjoy that. We'll often do later on in the evenings, come down to the seafront, jump in the sea. I probably don't appreciate it enough, but if ever I were to move away, I'd really miss it.
It is something else, isn't it? It's we're very lucky, really. So if anyone at Hover Travel happens to listen to this podcast, I think Chris would like one of your trip out round the forts.
That sounds great fun.
I'm not sure. I need to check with them what they entail exactly, but I think they just take you on a really fast ride right around the fort. So so take note, Hover Travel. During our conversation, you may have noticed that Chris has mentioned basketball once or twice.
Subtle plugs.
So here we go with a plug.
Here comes the shameless plug at the end of it. So I am the vice chair of Portsmouth Force Basketball Club. We have over 450 kids playing basketball each week, and we are the recent winners of the Basketball England National Community Club of the Year. So we know that we're making a difference within the community. And from a basketball perspective, we are pleased to be partners of Shaping Portsmouth as well. So my shameless plug comes from 10 home games a year at the Ravelin Centre, where our men's team get nearly 500 supporters coming along for each game. It's totally over the top, like an American college game. Smoke jets when the players come out, music on the whole time, entertainment with halftime games, end of quarters, mascot there for the kids. It's a great fun family evening.
Brilliant.
Was that too shameless?
No, that's fine. I think sounds quite interesting. 500 people each time. That's wow.
It's great, and the sports hall at the Ravelin Centre, the University of Portsmouth building. So it's great fun, and if people have not done it, come along. It's you can come for a family of 4 for under 20 quid. So There's not many places you can do that.
And where do we find out about how to get?
It will be posted on the Portsmouth Force Facebook site.
Yeah.
Instagram account as well. We communicate everything out on there. The season runs from end of September through till mid-March.
Brilliant stuff. I'm sure
You'll be there.
Our media team will be sharing that as well. So thanks very much, Chris.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks to everyone listening.
This podcast was brought to you by Shaping Portsmouth, working to make Portsmouth the #1 UK city in which to invest, live, learn, work and visit. To find out more, please visit shapingportsmouth.co.uk. This podcast was supported by Spark Community Space and Portsmouth Community Lottery.